synagogues in Kerala. Is there any scope for doing so in Goa? Is there any traces of synagogues and the history of the Jews of Goa?
First of all, the restoration of synagogues in Goa is now part of a very large project called the Muziris Heritage Project, which is associated with the Patnam excavations, and it's backed by the Kerala government and the tourism department, and many foreign investors and partners have joined, such as the British Museum and the Oxford University and universities in Italy and America. It's now become a vast enterprise, and the restoration of the synagogues basically catalyzed this. I modestly say that my restoration of the Chenamangalam village created all this amazing, amazing spin-off, of which I am no longer any part. And I believe that there are survivals of settlements of Jews in Goa, which we could photograph, promote in a book on the Jews of Goa, in which we could preserve and conserve some of the older buildings, even make plaques commemorating the Jew town in Panjim. And this would attract a different type of tourism, because there's the big thing today amongst Jews in the world, in the diaspora in Israel, is Jewish heritage tourism. I'm coming now from Kerala, from a group in which I was scholar in residence for a group on Jewish heritage tourism. So heritage tourism in general is on the up, on the incline, and Jewish heritage too. It's an important thing, not just for the Jews of the diaspora, but it's also important for Goa to remember its past, once wondrous Jewish community.
Now I want to underline that I have told all the participants here and all parties there is absolutely no commitment given so far. No promises has been given. This is a workshop for great ideas, and I hope that it comes on record. Now I will ask Matan Samir, you have been here now and you have seen the presentation of the Kala Akademy. Do you think that you can help Chairman Vishnu Vag to find a suitable partner in Israel?
First of all, I would like to say, Chairman Vag, friends from the Goa University, from the Goa Chamber of Commerce, Hebrew University, where I also went to school. I studied law in the Hebrew University in Jerusalem, and Christians, friends of Israel, guests, friends, thank you for inviting me. Thank you for this warm welcome. I'm honored. I believe we were talking about culture, so I believe that culture is a key. Culture is a key for tourism, culture is a key for business, culture is a key for academia. And the first challenge that we face, I think Israel and Goa face the same challenges, is information. So not a lot of people here in Goa, and I think all over India, know enough about Israel. So I've been in Mumbai, I've been living in Mumbai for the past 7 months, and I go to colleges and I go to university and I meet different people, and people are surprised. I tell them about Israel. Now you saw a glimpse of Israeli culture and dance and folk dance and academia and agriculture and science and high tech. Some of you might know more because some of you are interested, but general population don't know enough. And we have the same thing about Goa in Israel. When you tell an Israeli Goa, they immediately, a non-Indian Jew in Israel, they think, okay, they have really beautiful beaches there. They don't know this very rich heritage, architecture, cultural richness that you have here. They know, okay, so we have no beaches in Goa. And this is the first challenges. The first challenges, as to answer your question, we will be more than happy to sit together with the Kala Academy, this amazing institute. I think that you might have to have more than one partner in Israel because you're doing so many things. I cannot think of an institute in Israel that can exactly match this the richness of cinema and theater. And this is where world is going. World is multidisciplinary, no longer single or dual disciplinary. We're talking about multidisciplinary. This is exactly this institute. A student that likes to paint and to dance has to go in Israel, for example, most places in the world, to 2 different schools. And here people can express their artistic freedom multidisciplinary. And this is incredible, so we have to be more specific. So I see. So we have to be more specific, but most certainly we will be more than happy to talk up, to sit and to see where we're going from there. Many artists one last thing, many artists from Israel are coming to Mumbai on an annual basis. The consulate is helping, but some of the things happen on their own. And I think we should make Goa a must stop on every visit. So thank you again.
Let's give them a big applause for that. Dr. Nandkumar Kamat, you are an assistant professor at Goa University. Do you see any scope in the future for a possible link-up between the Hebrew University and the Goa University?
I think I am not a decision maker for Goa University, although I am a member of academic council. In fact, we have no visionaries in our state. The programs and visions which we had given to various powers in the past, they have been delayed. Yes, only sky is the limit for international cooperation when universities are concerned, because Hebrew University in Jerusalem and other universities like Tel Aviv University and all, they are doing wonderful work. And Republic of India will definitely benefit, because after all it is meeting of the minds and meeting of important Asian democracies. So I feel that we are very optimistic about this, but this is just an exploratory visit. That's why we are just understanding each other. We are trying to bridge the divide across Mediterranean and Arabian Sea. And Goa has been in the forefront. Goa was once capital of Konkan, and I believe that what you have suggested is a seed of an idea which should take shape due to help of institutions like Kala Akademy. Because I am chairman of the task force of cultural policy, and I would like to inform the Deputy Consul and Professor Vail also that the Republic of India does not have a national cultural policy. So 13 years back I gave a draft for having a cultural policy for state of Goa. It is gazetted now by the cabinet in 2007. Goa is the only state in Republic of India which has its own state cultural policy. Now we can send you the draft of that cultural policy, and exactly, Consul, whatever that you have spoken, that interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary approach, the multimedia approach and international cooperation, these are the elements which are built in the policy. So that consistent with Goa's idea as a cosmopolitan, happening center, a melting point of Occident and Orient, we have envisioned a cultural democracy. Goa is a cultural democracy trying to partner with all the nations which are friendly and which are interested in promoting creativity in all its natural forms as a great human endeavor. And I think you will not find Goa or Goa University or all educational institutions and mechanism in the state of Goa wanting if you extend a definite hand of cooperation.
Dr. Shalva Vail, you are the world leader and a scholar on the Jews of India. You have expertise from Kerala, and we as Goans, and me being a Gora Goan, Pakka Goan, I'm concerned about Kerala racing ahead in heritage tourism. What do Goa need to do to bring in high-end tourism from Israel?
I should also point out that an area of my specialization is also the Jews of Bombay, the Ben Israel, who settled on who originated in the Konkan, and in fact it's possible that they spread over right down to Goa. These are Marathi-speaking peoples who have great similarities with some of the village people here in Goa. For example, my lecture at Stanford University this year was on bhajan and kirtan. And the Marathi-speaking Ben Israel developed an Indian Jewish form of music, And so the ethnomusicology department in Stanford invited me because I'm probably the only person in the whole world who knows about Indian Jewish bhajan. Everybody was amazed that this existed. So it's not only multidisciplinary approach, it's also multi-religious approach. It's quite fascinating. Now I've forgotten your question.
What do Goa have to do to again become #1 in heritage tourism in India, so we can beat the Keralites?
Right. And so, also in Mumbai, they're conserving Jewish heritage sites, as well as in Kerala, and it has to have government involvement because you're talking of a lot of money. So the government has to back this. And then, once you've got government backing, then the international investors come in. Because it's difficult for private investors to conserve, we're talking of buildings. I do have one interested, very large businessman in Kerala who has preserved various houses in Kerala from the Dutch period and from the Portuguese period and turned them into cultural houses. I'm talking of David Hall in Fort Cochin, for example, which was a Dutch period 1709 building, which has now become a building for fabrics, dance, art, very much a mini Kala Academy. But generally, first of all, you need government backing, and you need interest from the people, and you need to bring over scholars, and you need cultural exchange in the sense that Professor Kamatas has pointed out. All this takes time, but most of all, motivation to spread the word about cultural exchange and interest in the very sites which we have here in Goa, underneath our nose, underneath where we're treading. And these places are becoming probably obliterated.
So, Chairman Vishnuvar, you heard the professor speaking about money. You are a member of the ruling coalition in Goa, the BJP. Can you promise money for heritage tourism in Goa?
They have always been asking the government for it, and but on some aspects we have got positive replies. Like, see, as Mr. Nandkumar Kamath pointed out, Goa Vella was once upon a time the capital, Gopak Pattan, and there was an ancient port wall. Now that wall is totally in dilapidated condition. I had said that government should take initiative to reconstruct the wall, the entire wall, so that it can become a major tourist attraction. Because from Kadamba's time or the earlier times, nothing has remained. Now whatever is there, if you go to the jungles of Molem and Kolem, down south, then you find a lot of very old idols scattered all over the jungle. Lot of them, hundreds of them. So in fact I had suggested that government within the jungle, it should create an open museum sort of, where all the idols could be kept and a pathway could be created so that tourists can walk into the jungle and go there. It can be a major attraction. Likewise, there are many things which could be done.
Now, Mr. Praxi Correa,